All right, I want to emphasize a lot of things I'm going to say here are for parody. I do think, just for the record, Kelli COPTER is a scumbag and a really low rent grifter and pretty stupid. But I'm not going to lie, I was once a fan, and no, it's not just because, uh, and I'll say that, yeah, she looked really ugly, this one. This video, she looks so ugly. It's like, okay, maybe she's just better with other camera angles. But anyway, but I used to like the content at its basic level. But there's several problems. And I'm not going to do too much of the politics. But yeah, she did this thing against an alleged communist cult. I'm like, where did that even come? I doubt. I mean, now she looks so brain dead. So let's see. We've got Israel attacking Iran. The Iranians are going crazy. The Trump people, the MAGA, tons of elections with authoritarian. But it's the communists. She decided to go. That's a real danger. I mean, look at them starting all them wars. Okay, so not exactly the most sharpest saw in the tool shed. Okay, but we'll put that to one side. So Kelli did a recent video, and let me catch people up. Who exactly is she? Well, she pretends to be an activist and pretends to be a cult survivor, and that's what I'm going to focus on is her shifting narrative of how life is so hard for her as a cult survivor. She barely made it, guys. Oh, I barely survived my Sea Oaks. Oh God, oh God. And she's been away for a while, but no, she's safe. She's sound. She's been playing with the Greek islands. Yep, that's where you go to survive from a cult. Vacation in Greece. And, it's like, okay, it's fine. She's just a grifter. She made some money from her members. Whatever. But she has to explain, well, where have you been? What have you been doing? Oh, just, surviving. Survive. See? Because, you see, if you cover the cults, I'm being very melodramatic. It's very hard. It's very hard for you. It's very hard for me. I could barely survive my cult. Oh my God. And okay, I'll give her 1 point because I am technically going to label what DOA does a cult. Okay, I guess. But her latest thing really was DOA, going to war with DOA, trying to destroy his channel with these very phony and very malicious and hypocritical copyright strikes. Now, it's rare, but when YouTubers have a legitimate reason to copyright strike, by all means, do it. Right? It's a little murky with online what is property, what is not property, but still, there are legitimate cases. There are going to be cases where you're getting stalking, harassing issues from other people, but really, the fact is, and I want to be very clear that Natalie's no less a coward. So Natalie's going to drop back from doing the content and not going to answer any questions. So someone brought up to Kelli saying, okay, so your issue is DOA played your content without permission, right? Natalie does that all the time. And Kelli's response, because she did respond to this one saying, oh, that's different. I like her. Right. Anyway, but she's not definitely in the Aaron cult. Or I would say that it's definitely a weird cult. And see, this is what I do appreciate about Kelli. She actually is good as an analytic exercise. She's like, what are these? Yeah, what is a cult? Well, take Kelli. Now, in a usual cult, which is high control, they monitor everything, try to detail your whole life, give strict orders, yada, 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 formal rituals. With middle control, you get a lot more freedom, but there are boundaries. So, for instance, Kelli will never say anything bad about Aaron, and does not. The closest she came to, I am not joking, you can double check this if she hasn't put down the video, is singing a song about, you might lose your power, Aaronus. And there you go. Besides that little pipsqueak mouse protest, she pretty much is like, Aaronus is beautiful. I love you, Aaronus. Every time I go to Florida, I will see yous. And there you go. So you're free to go to a Greek vacation. Just don't say anything bad about Aaron. You're free to say good things. Just don't say anything bad. Again, it's not like super strict authoritarian, totalitarian control, but it's kind of like you're better off just sticking to the script, and everyone knows what the script is. So there you go. That's a cult. When you have a script, you got a cult. But you just got to be, a little careful. And that's about it. Aaron, I'm sure, did not coordinate with her or whatever. And I found this remarkable that she's not even trying to be near Los Angeles, right? So the Los Angeles protest is revving up for Father's Day. It's going to be tomorrow on the 15th. Will Kelly do a last minute airplane flight to Los Angeles? Probably not. Will her and Nora the Explorer? Will she do some kind of trans lesbian drag show with Nora's? No, probably not. I like that one. Her last big thing was a thing about going to a drag queen show. RuPaul? I'm not even making fun of her, but I'm like, how is that making you survive the cult? Another way to, I don't know. It just seems she is what she is. She's a flighty, below average model persona, British woman, and that's about it. And every 5 months or so, Aaron hands over new propaganda, and she goes, "Oh, the children! Oh, the goodness! I thought, oh my God, Marcel! Oh my God, Marcel!" And then disappears for 4 months and comes out. It's very hard to cover my faults. You know, I do a video. It takes so much out of me. I'll be back, though, with a song or something. And then next 5 months, new propaganda, and the world just keeps on spinning. So there we go. But I will say this: I'll give her this much, that she hasn't sold out completely to the Iron Cult. If you sell out completely, you get about 20,000 subscribers. Natalie has over 20,000 people, but she's losing some people, so it's not guaranteed. And Jenna has close to 40,000. So that's if you're totally in the cult, on the board members, yet you're a full-fledged SBTV Foundation shill. Aaronis will guarantee you the 20,000. So Kelly is far below 15,000. And she's lost several hundred people. So there you go. So she's a little bit independent. I guess it's closer to not like East Germany and the Soviet Union. It's not like Germany and fascist Italy. That's probably not the right analogy. It's like closer to fascist Spain. Like Franco was ruled by a dictator, but did he follow every order of the CIA? No. Did the CIA coordinate everything with Franco? No. Same thing. And to be fair, Franco wasn't big friends with Hitler either. Hitler didn't like the guy. I think he called him like a Spanish pig. Like, and I know German and Spanish pretty well, so I can only imagine their conversations sometimes got a little heated. But nevertheless, more often than not, Franco agreed on the basics, namely kill communists, destroy democracy, and, control the place for the fascism. But beyond that, he didn't really get along with the other people. And that's Kelly. She's marked off her own little Sea Org and her drag queen shows. But just to be fair, I'm critical on both sides. Apparently she accused apostate Alex, because he's also British and he does a lot of protests. Kelly does, 2 protests a month. Wait, no, I'm sorry. 2 protests a year. I got that wrong. I want to apologize. Alex is more regular. He'll do protests maybe every 4 months, right? But apparently Alex and her will not do anything because Alex is homophobic. Now, that's the rumor. I'd like some receipts, but she just put it out there saying, "Oh, you know how I feel about Alex. What does he do? He's homophobic." And I'll have to agree there. If Alex is homophobic and she's visiting the Greek island of Lesbos, being Wonder Woman, that might not fit the propaganda. So that might be tricky propaganda, even for her. I'd be like, "Oh, wait, hold on, right? You're going to Lesbos and you're friendly with the British homophobes. How does that work? How does that one work?" But I don't know. That's her big reason and excuse. Why is she not helping the LA people? They're homophobic too. I guess Witcher, the lesbian witch, she's got internal misogyny. I can't help the witch now. The witch has too close to DOA. I've got a disconnection policy from Aaronis. I can't talk about it because I have no disconnection policy. There is no Aaronis policy. Okay, I go to Florida. I'll visit Aaronis. I don't talk about it. I'm totally free. I'm independent. I'm a journalist. I'm a expert on Kelli COPTER. Big schnauzer, too. Like, I would just give Kelly a couple of words of advice. Stop doing propaganda and don't put the camera so close to your face. You look really ugly. You look really, really ugly. I hate to be brutal, but you clearly are one of those girls that the camera's better when you're at a distance. Because up close, yeah, that nose was huge. That nose was insane. Maybe it's just modern cameras make noses really big. But I was like, holy cow, like, how big is your nose? I was like, all right. Did she get a nose job? Is she making that much money from the YouTubes? Oh, good on her. Wow. Oh, yeah, by the way, I don't think she even does anything for her channel members. She's just like, I'm just going to collect the money. You pay me the Sea Org. That's my freeloader debt, okay? That's where that goes. All right. So, Yeah, well, we'll wait and see. I want to be fair, but there we are. So she's accusing Alex of the homophobias. She's going to visit the lesbos, maybe not the lesbians, because her and Nora are not getting along. And well, we're going to see if she can defeat the defender of ants, because he's in Africa, she's in Greece. Maybe she'll raise a Roman army and go full 300 or something.